Hi again. This video is going to discuss what happens if and when force the vote fails tomorrow. If the force the vote fails tomorrow, then, as Bugs Bunny once said, this means war against the corporations. Now, one of the people I listen to is Chris Hedges, like on YouTube, what an amazing guy. And I sort of agree with what I understand to be Chris's take on this people versus corporations issue, which is something along the lines that the corporations might have already won this war. That is, in video one, I said the corporations have been at war with the American people for the last 20 years. We've been asleep while they've been at war with us. And it just might be that they've already won without even firing a shot. But if that's true, then this event in D.C., run by Jackson Hinkle, might just be like voting in Obama 2008 as a man of the people, and he turns out to be just another corporatist. Occupy Wall Street in 2011 was fun while it lasted for the 2 weeks. Bernie in 2016 and 2020. This is where I say, Jimmy, Bernie is a prophet, not a revolutionary. Judge him as a prophet whose role was to open the Overton window for the ideas, not as a revolutionary to actually implement or get them through. When you see him that way, Jimmy, I think you'll maybe go a little easier on the nice old man. And then the most disappointing one, AOC in 2018, 2019, coming in as Joan of Arc of the American people, the anti-corporate, hero of all of us. And right before our eyes, over these last 2 years, right? Mama Bear and, progressive caucus and not primarying, the corporatists. But even that was like small fry. But if AOC doesn't force the vote tomorrow, well, then I think we'll have our answer. It's a sad answer. AOC, you don't force the vote tomorrow, you're a corporatist. And then the only debate is whether you're an intentional corporatist or an unintentional one. Now, this guy named Ben, who was on, Jimmy's live stream today, an academic guy, another smarty pants, he's really on the side that if she is a corporatist, she's an unintentional one. Jimmy thinks the opposite, and I tell you the truth, I think it's the opposite, and I'll explain why in a separate video. So it's possible that the war is over already, but let's say it isn't. Let's say there's still something we can do, even if force the vote fails tomorrow. Then what is it we can do? Well, there are two things that have been already engaged. One, MPP, founded by Nick Brennan. In fact, Nick recommended that as the next step. And the other thing I'll recommend here is BDS. Only BDS not just for Israel, but for the corporations. Well, we can't S them maybe or D them, but we certainly can B them, right? If we organize boycotts, directed boycotts of the corporations, oh man, we can bring them to their heels. It has to be organized and has to be widespread. But we have a short-term problem that force the vote solve for us. The problem is, who are the corporatists, especially those unintentional ones? Those are the hardest ones to get. And some people say that force the vote has been, quote unquote, the great unmasking. And the only thing I will say, and I agree with you, we've unmasked them, but we didn't unmask them as neoliberals, we unmasked them as corporatists.